Lightseekers trading card game was part of a multi-platform franchise of toys-to-life products developed by PlayFusion. The game launched in 2017 and featured cards that could be scanned by an app to deliver augmented reality experiences. It also enabled players to replicate their physical card collections online and battle each other via their online client. Organised play events quickly became popular as they offered cash prizing. The game sees you take on the role of a hero and you battle each other with a corresponding order deck of 35 cards. There are 6 orders in the game which each correspond to different playstyles. One of the more innovative mechanics in the game related to buff cards which entered play and then rotated each turn or when a specific criteria was met and gave an effect each time they were rotated before leaving play. This rotation mechanic later became a key feature of PlayFusion's second card game, Warhammer Champions. Despite early growth in the game, delays to set releases and problems balancing game mechanics led to a decline in player numbers. In 2019, PlayFusion suddenly pulled the plug on organised play, announcing over their Discord server that there would be no more support for organised play only weeks before national championships were due to be held. Subsequently, PlayFusion stopped producing physical cards, yet updates for the app continued to be developed. The app is still downloadable on most platforms, so a link for that is in the description. Join us for this playthrough as we welcome Lightseekers TCG to the Dead CCG Club.
Alright, so in Lightseekers we play as heroes. I'm going to be playing as Sun Hunter Tuktu and you're playing as Zuna. So you'll notice there are 3 symbols in the middle of the card.
Yep.
These are the card's elements. These are the cards that you're allowed to play. Because if you look at the...
So that's kind of a deck building restriction, right?
A little bit. So in the top of any card in your deck are the similar symbols, except for these. These are effectively generics. You can only play one of each element unless you have a golden ring. If you have a golden ring around it, you can play as many of those cards as you'd like in a turn.
Okay.
Then you have your hero ability. If it's an ability, like with the black box, it's triggered, so you choose to activate it, you do it, and then it's done.
Okay.
The number in red is your starting health. So
Cool.
I start at 30 and you start at 29. Gotta find the right ones. And there's your tech. There's Astral. So moving on to the main deck. You can put this anywhere. Some people put it center, I used to put it here. So
I'll put it there like the pros.
Right. So there are 3 kinds of cards in Lightseekers, or 3 basic kinds of cards. You have attack cards.
Yep.
Which are like your attacks in basically all of these cards are like action cards in Fab.
Okay.
They do their effect and then they go.
Yeah.
There's no chain or anything. We've got defend cards. So typically attack cards will be doing something negative to the opponent, like damage or removing stuff. Defend cards will typically be doing defensive stuff, so healing or preventing damage.
And you do this on my turn, right?
No, you can only play cards on your own turn. And then the final card, which is what Lightseekers is known for, are buffs.
Yeah, okay, cool. I remember. Yeah. Buff.
So these, they come in, you play them, they do their effects, they go. Buffs, however, have a little bit more rules to them.
Yeah.
When you play them, they always come in far left and one after the other. So boom, boom.
Yeah.
At the start of your turn, you have the buff phase, which is where it turns. And if it has a number in the if it doesn't have an X is effectively ignore the card. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It has no text, has no nothing.
Yeah.
But if you move it and has a number, you do the effect where the rotation symbol is replaced by whatever number is in the top left corner.
Yeah.
So Ancient Miner comes in, does nothing. Then he draws me 1 card, and he draws me 2.
Cool.
When a buff reaches an empty corner or does a full rotation, it expires and goes to the grave or discard pile.
Yeah.
There's one last type of cards to know, which are the combo cards. They look like this. They have multiple M's in the top corner.
Cool.
So you can have.
Can we just?
So you can have combo attacks, combo defends, and combo buffs. As soon as you play them, they act like the regular cards.
Yeah.
However, to play them, you need to reveal the same number of elements from your hand and shuffle them back in the deck to play it. So to play Solar Wind, I would have to reveal 2 Solars
And that.
and a Gravity.
And then they go back into the deck.
These get shuffled, this gets
You
played.
get to play that. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
One thing to note is that you can pay for buffs. So you can pay for combos with other combos. So, for example,
Yeah. Okay.
if I wanted to play Sunstrike, which just costs a solar and a gravity, I can pay for it with just solar wind.
Okay.
Or
you've got all those symbols. Yeah.
Yep. Or I can pay Sunstrike and another solar into solar wind.
Yeah. Cool.
You can't choose to overpay. So if I'm paying, let's say I'm playing
To get rid of another card.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't use this and this.
No, 'cause
that's too many souls.
You got to choose one of those.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
So the main thing is you have 2 actions per turn. There is no draw for turn. When you end your turn, every unused action is a card draw.
Right.
As a bonus, at the end of your turn, if you played a combo, you draw a card. However, combos take up your entire actions. So,
Right.
so if
can
you
only
have
play one
3
combo.
actions at the start of your turn, it takes up all of them.
Yeah.
You can't also play a card and then play a combo.
Cool.
The combo has to be the first thing you do, and it's typically the only thing.
Yeah.
Some combos do give you action points,
Okay.
but
Rare. It's rare.
this rare.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So I'll go first to
Yeah.
show you the flow of the game.
Show me the ropes.
The player who goes first draws 4 cards. The player who goes second draws 5.
Cool. Right. Would it be embarrassing if I beat you?
Wow. We'll see what
I don't think
happens.
there's much chance. So you played this,
I played this quite a lot back when it was alive, and
which
it
was
wasn't a
when?
dead
When
CG.
was its heyday?
Its heyday was early 2019, I'd say.
Okay.
Like early to mid 2019. There was a bit of a drought of cards, and that was the Dark Ages, let's say.
The Dark Ages.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Tuck 2's effect, which I choose a card category, so that's defense, action, buff.
Yeah.
I reveal the top 4 cards of my deck. If a category is among them, I move that to my hand and put the other cards back in the same order.
Okay.
So I'm going to declare buff. So reveal the top 4. So it's an attack, a buff, an attack, and a buff. So I'm going to choose to take the Ancient Miner.
Okay.
Goes to my hand, and these go back on the same. Goes to the top on the same order.
Right.
So this does not give me an action point. So that's 1 action down.
Yeah.
I'm going to use
You
my.
get two. You get two.
You get 2 actions. I'm going to use my second action to play a mage ship.
Okay.
All right. I will pass over to you.
So that's going to do nothing for 2 turns, and then
Deal
what?
7.
Deal 7 damage. Okay. Cool.
So that's my 2.
And
I
that's
don't
me.
draw any cards at the end of my turn because I have no actions remaining.
Cool. Okay. Right. Thinking.
Oh, I forgot about him.
So he seems to have a good ability.
It's pretty
But
good.
you get to draw 1.
He also has double superiority, so you can play as many explosive and time cards as you can.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So normally, I can only play 1 solar, 1 earth, and as many gravities I like. You get to play as many explosive and as many times you like.
Oh wow.
Double superiority is not very common. He's the only hero I can think of offhand that has it.
This is outrageous.
This is not a good matchup.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay, so you take the bottom 4 cards.
There's not many games where you look at the bottom of your deck.
You play one of them.
And it doesn't take my action.
So it uses it. So yeah,
This
this
uses
takes up the
action.
action, but playing that card doesn't.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't believe you. I can't know if you shuffle after this card. It's probably got a Rata at some point, but yeah, I believe you
I'm
shuffle.
just gonna
after
do that.
Yeah, so you take 6 damage.
And they go back on the bottom, yeah?
I actually can't remember, but we'll say yes. Because I think it got erratas, but
Okay,
the card itself doesn't say to shuffle, so
And that goes to this card.
yeah.
So that's doing 6, but you draw 1.
I draw 1. So when I draw this, I reveal it to restart a buff.
Yeah,
I've got
cool.
no buffs to restart.
But this doesn't take my action, right? Because I can do as many of those as I want.
You have 2 actions. You can play. So normally you don't even be able to play one time
I
cards,
see, right, okay, cool.
but because you got Golden Circle, you
Still
can play as
use
many
the
as
action.
possible.
Still use the action. Okay, we're gonna. Ah. Yeah. Okay. May not have been an optimal play. So did you take damage there, right?
I did, yep. I went from 30 to 24.
Wow. Okay. Another 6, but you get to draw one.
No, the opponent, you have to discard a combo card.
Oh, discard one of your combo cards.
You don't have to play it if you don't want. But,
No, I'll do it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so that's your two. That's your 2 actions.
Yeah,
So
cool.
it's now over to me.
Yeah, I don't draw anything, do I?
Nope. So this will turn.
Yeah. I'm just going for raw aggro damage.
I will do tuck 2 and call defense. No, I'll call buff.
Is that right?
So these 2 are both buffs.
Oh, combo, yeah, okay. So what's a combo buff mean?
It's just so the only difference between a combo buff and a buff is that the combo buff you have to pay for the cost.
Okay.
Other than that, it's
Combo just relates to the pay.
Yeah. I will take this.
So is there quite a lot of organised play for this?
There was a pretty decent amount in the UK and America.
Yeah.
The UK had a pretty good scene. We had Nats in 2018. That's the format we're currently playing.
Okay.
The finals was this deck versus my mate actually on a deck called Granite, which is effectively a fatigue deck
Oh, right, okay.
from Flesh and Blood.
So what happens if you fatigue? If you go out,
So
if you're out of cards?
you just play until you can't.
Okay, so
It's the same as Flesh and Blood. You just play until you can't.
Interesting.
So Granite had an ability that said when your deck was empty, all damage you dealt was increased by 5.
Okay.
So the idea was to draw
power.
as many cards as you could as possible, and then play your combos for whatever their damage is plus 5.
Okay.
Because the cards would not go back to the deck until the card resolved. Yeah, you remember this game, right?
I have all of Joe's stuff.
They can't do because I bought it.
Well, I have loads of Joe's stuff. He gave it to me.
They better give it to me then.
Okay, cool.
Wait, I'm not done. Sorry.
Uh,
I was explaining 2018. That's fine.
oh yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. Sorry, I distracted
Yeah.
you.
Um,
Weird game.
That was the first one I found.
play this. Pass.
Yeah, I'm filming it for like a series of
Fair enough.
dead games, basically.
Oh,
Look at all these decks I got. It's multiplayer as well.
you love Lightseekers, right?
Do you play it? Put multiplayer.
You can play in multiplayer as well.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Oh, actually, I think we did that in the demo day.
Yeah.
It was bad. Okay, what's this?
So this is going to be healing me every corner.
Okay, cool. Okay. Right, so it's me.
Yep.
Can I activate this?
You can.
So I draw 2 cards, you draw 1.
Yep. So this deck,
That's one of my actions, though, right?
it is correct. So you've got 1 action now.
1 action.
So this game did have a side deck. It was 10 cards, I think.
We're just gonna keep hitting you.
Keep the
for
foot,
6.
keep the foot on the
Keep
gas.
on the gas.
That's what your deck does.
What's the deck limit of
3.
number of cards?
3.
Okay, cool. So that's all. That's 2 of those, right?
Yeah. You've done that 2 actions, so it's now my turn.
Yeah. So
So you, oh no,
I
no,
don't
draw,
draw,
no
don't
draw.
draw,
It's
don't
not
draw.
Flesh and Blood.
Oh no, I'm drawing up at the end of turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Arsenal this and draw.
So I deal 7.
Yep. Yep. You do.
Then I heal for 2. These life counters are actually really helpful when I'm playing.
They're really good.
I play Lorcana.
Yeah, these are
So
really good.
they go up to 20.
Oh, do you use it? Your
Yeah, I
mana
use this for
there?
Lorcana.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm going to Boulder Feast, so I gain 6 health.
Ooh. Okay.
Then I'm going to play an Ancient Miner, and that's your turn.
All right. Free damage. I'm gonna draw.
Yep.
Five damage.
Yep. 12.
Keep going.
Alright, so my buffs rotate. This one expires. This one gives me free healing. This one draws me a card.
Yep.
Buffs? I can't remember if buffs rotate one at a time or all at the same time.
If they trigger.
Yeah, because I can't remember if they turn.
I think they do it
individually.
from this side first, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I mean,
why this game is dead yet, or
it's actually quite fun. See, I just like playing the game for a little few, just get a taste of it. And
We'll play a Sunstrike.
Yep.
So we'll pay for that with a Celestial Warrior and a Path Icona Archaeologist.
It's quite like the art style. It's quite funky.
So 7 damage.
Yeah.
And these get shuffled back in. Sunstrike gives me additional action, so I get to keep. I get to keep my turn going.
Yeah, I've got that card.
It's one of those really good card, really decent, really cheap combo.
Yeah, let's keep this formal.
It's just second hand, isn't it?
Second hand.
It's not second hand. It's second nature. So I'll do Tug 2. And I'll declare buff.
So why did the game die, Chris?
In my opinion, the game died because there was 9 months between set 3 and set 4.
It's quite a long time.
Quite a long time. It's hard to keep a game alive like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But
was the player base kind of dwindling before
no,
that?
the player base was growing. So from 2018, that's up to when we were playing. We're slowly getting more players, slowly attracting new players. Mostly, obviously, people who had never played a card game before because the game is pretty simple to grasp.
Yeah.
But obviously, Wave 3 came out. Everyone was excited. We got to play a bunch of new cards. But because after 3 months, they had to delay printing of set 4, they gave us a format where they banned every hero and combo from set 1. Except you could play one combo from set 1.
Right.
But if the hero hadn't been reprinted, you couldn't play a hero from set 1. And then you could only play one of each card from set 1 if it wasn't reprinted.
Right. Set 1 just ridiculously broken.
Set 1 was ridiculously broken. It was insane.
There was just no balancing.
No balancing at all. Because the game started out.
I mean, that's not good. That's not great. Great way to start, is it?
No. Well, the game started out as a Toys to Life game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did they really advertise this much stuff? I must admit, I've never heard of this one before.
There was some advertising, but the company then took on a contract from Games Workshop to make Age of Sigmar, which some of the people from Flesh and Blood are actually into. If you've watched Push the Point, there's a Warhammer Champions in the background of Hamish's camera.
Well, Hamish was big. He was a good player. And Darren Hazelton as well. He used to play a lot of it.
This game was better, but they pushed this back to print that.
Yeah, to be honest, this is better. I think this is a better game. It's the same makers.
Same makers.
The same mechanics, same buff mechanic.
Yeah. So I'm going to end my turn here. Yeah. Because I've played a combo this turn, I get to draw a card at the end of my turn.
Yeah.
And because I drew Icona Archaeologist, I get to reveal it and restart a buff. So I'm going to restart my Enchanted Soil. And that's over to you.
Cool. I'm going to do Zuna.
Yep. Someone just got the bomber.
You're not supposed to know what I have.
It's just nice.
You've got the best buff removal in the game. Because your deck just doesn't play buffs. So it doesn't have a downside. It just says remove 3 buffs.
And a heal 3,
Yep.
I think.
You say backwards, right?
To its final
Oh,
point.
yeah. Yeah.
That one's just been reset, right? That one.
Yeah. So I do get... Look at this.
Well, because it will rotate.
Yeah, I can't remember if I get it on this corner. I don't think I do.
No, I don't think you do.
I can't remember. Look, I haven't played this game in like
Yeah, I don't think
3
you do.
years, so
Yours-
there's a few
yours.
there's a few like minute small rules I'm shaky
Yeah,
on.
it's yours. I've
We-
had 2.
Oh yeah, of course you have. Yeah.
Yeah, I drew it.
So I'll draw 2 off of minor
Yeah.
and then deal 3.
What was that on? 17.
The important thing to remember is do not reorder the graveyard
Okay.
because it can matter for some classes or some whatever they're called, some orders. I'm going to declare defend.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I'm just going to pass there and draw 1 card because I have 1 remaining
Yeah.
action.
Cool.
Over to you.
Zuma.
Yep.
Zuna. Draw 2, you draw 1.
Big
11
damage.
damage.
Yeah, 11. You take 2.
I take 2.
Pretty low.
You're going to serious aggro, it's yours.
You can't because you've Zuna'd.
I can't what?
You can't play a combo because you've already used an
I've
action.
already used an action.
Yeah.
Oh, you are quite correct.
Was this
that,
one?
Yeah.
Also, they go back to deck, but yeah.
So the nice flash card.
Oh, they go back to deck when you use them
Yeah.
for combo. Okay, cool.
But you can't play that one.
No, fair. What's this one doing? Drawing cards.
It's going to expire.
It's going to expire.
This one's does nothing next turn, but then does full.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get 7 healing because you're under 15.
Yeah.
Damage wise, not health wise, not age wise.
Yours.
Right, this expires.
Thanks for the clarification.
I'm going to play Meteor Shower, which is it's a cross order. So I'm going to put back my Yukoni Archaeologist as the Astral card
Yeah.
and my Ancient Miner as the Earth card, or as the Mountain card.
Right, and this is doing damage.
So it does nothing here, but it'll do 7, 5, and 4.
Okay. It's quite a lot. It's me, yeah?
Yeah, I just need to draw a card for the end of for playing a combo. Then yeah, your turn.
I'm not sure I understand this one, but can I do this?
Yeah, so burn is just a keyword that says basically you can't recur it.
Okay.
So once it's in the grave, you can't add it
Bring
back.
it back. Okay, cool.
So you remove 3 from me, and then you remove 2 from you, but you don't have any.
I don't have any, so I assume this doesn't run any. Or very few.
Doesn't run it. Doesn't run any at all.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna pass and draw.
Sure. Yep. So I'm going to play a combo called
Yeah.
Reality Rift. So I'm going to pay for two solar and a gravity with Solar Wind, another gravity with Pathfinder. I move my last 3 discarded buffs into play,
That seems good.
and I gain an additional action.
Pretty good. That's pretty
Pretty
hard
good.
to hit combo.
It's definitely one of the big hit combos of Astral, especially with this deck. I'm going to play a Sun Beacon, which is one of the most broken cards in Wave 1, by the way.
Okay.
So I draw and discard the top card of my deck. So draw, discard. I get 5 healing, puts me to 20, and I deal 4 damage.
What?
It's a 9 damage swing.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
We thought possibly.
It's better than some combo cards. And also because it specifically says draw, there are cards in the game that do stuff when you draw cards.
Okay, so you get bonuses off that as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. The card's crazy. This obviously did not get reprinted and come back.
Yeah.
And I draw 1 card due to combo. Over to you. Yeah, it'd have a 9. You ever have a 9 damage swing off 1 card? Oh. Just. Just need a really quick look at Rob's hand. Oh.
Okay. We're going to do this.
Yep. Yep. So I go down to...
That goes on the bottom or shuffled in?
You shuffle in. I'm pretty sure.
I see Lightseekers never really solved the issue of foil card blending.
Oh yeah, the foils in this game are worse.
They're not horrendous.
That's because they're in this box. You should see some of the foils I've got at home.
Literally looking at anything that's foiled is it's
Yeah. They're going like this way rather than some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so you draw 1 card
Oh, I do,
because you comboed.
Yeah, so I've got an action.
Yes,
you
so
can only play do one.
Because, for example, with Reality Rift, if I had just passed, I'd draw 2.
Yeah.
1 for the action I didn't use, and then 1 for comboing.
I see. Yeah, you get 1 full comboing.
Yeah, you don't.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not.
You should just always print draw a card like anyway, so join.
Well, so basic
I
rule
guess
again.
it's a real basic rule. Yeah.
So 7 damage.
Whoosh.
3 damage.
Yeah.
1. I draw. Oh, sorry, no, not 1. I draw 1 card. Sorry.
yeah. The mark for wizards round table. Everything
Yeah.
True.
Last turn.
I'm going to declare defend with this.
So these are going to rotate.
Defend.
I'm going to perish.
So I'm going to take the Sun Beacon, because why not? I'm going to play it. I draw and discard.
I'm going to die.
I heal for 5. And you take 4. That's your turn.
I'm going to die.
Don't know. If you can remove it.
I can't remove it.
Yeah, you can dig.
I've got to dig.
Gotta dig for it.
Simply draw batter.
Exactly.
So this is going to come for
5, nothing. I'm going to draw 2.
Okay. We'll do this.
Yeah, so you heal for 7.
And then we'll Zuna.
Yep. Probably should have zoomed first.
Yeah.
And then if you draw the bomber here, you could have played that instead of healing. But
Oh, I thought it was a combo. That's why.
no, the bomber is just an explosive card. All right.
Yep.
So 5. Nothing. I draw 2. I'm going to play Phase Shift as a combo, paying 2 gravity cards.
Right.
So this will deal the circle damage to my target when I heal for 1 or more.
So whenever you heal for 1 or more, it'll deal that
4
during that next turn. Okay. Yeah, no.
Sorry, habit.
Cool. Okay. So it's me, yeah.
Yep.
We'll heal 7.
And watching less and less people subscribe to the updates of the emails.
Updates of what?
The pummel discussion, the manager.
The pummel discussion.
The pummel and manager discussion on Judge Hub.
Yeah.
It sends it out to everybody on Judge Hub.
Oh, yeah, I got rid of those emails.
Fewer people subscribe to their view reply.
I've got rid of that. I got rid of that feature early because I got so many emails. I'm like, I just don't care.
So it's going to deal 4.
It's going to deal 4. This is going to deal 4. And if I can heal on my turn, that's going to deal 4. So you are in theoretical lethal range.
That's going to deal 4.
That's going to deal 4. This is going to deal 4. And if I can heal on my turn, this is also going to deal 4.
I'm in trouble. Definitely in trouble here.
I miss this game.
It's pretty fun. I'm just going to do this. I think it's the best chance I've got of. So hold on, no. 4. Can you heal? How many cards you got?
5. And I can also look for a defend, which the defends mostly heal.
Generally heal. Oh.
So I can
I don't know, man.
dig.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. This expired? No.
No. This will expire. These will deal their 4 corner. Because they'll rotate.
Yeah. It's 4.
This game certainly is a time.
One of my decks has some proxies, but they're back to front cards rather than being written on like I normally do. So I looked at the deck and was like, I made this deck like 3 years ago. I don't know what the fuck this is.
I'm just going to do this. I'm going to draw up to 5.
So I've got 5. Yeah, so you're up to 5.
Cool. So go. I have to say,
so
this deck or these decks are much more fun than the starter decks that we were given to actually try the game with.
Well, you get more. You get to see more of the cards are actually any good.
Yeah.
So deal 4.
Yeah.
Deal 4.
Down to 4.
That's it, yeah. I'm not sure if it works on the opponent's turn, but whenever you rotate into a corner, it deals the corner's effect. I can't remember if it works on the opponent's turn or not, but it definitely works on your turn because that's how this works. So I'll play this, then I'll play defend cards.
Right.
So it'll rotate. So this lets me rotate a card on any action buffer here, set backwards. So that's me. Oh no, action. So I can't do that. So rotate this backwards.
Yeah.
These corners look a bit different. These are also known as clunky corners.
Oh, yeah.
So they only rotate when their effect is applied.
Yeah, cool.
However, then this will draw and discard cards. It'll heal me for 5.
Cool, and deal.
Which will deal 4 from this, and then deal 4 from itself.
GG's.
GG's.
And there you have it, that's Lightseekers, the latest member of our Dead CCG club. It's a game that certainly has some interesting elements, particularly the buff mechanic and the ability to swap actions for drawing cards. But perhaps the most innovative part of the game was the ability to scan your cards, to then use them online via the digital client. The digital play formats of the game were the same as the in real life formats of the game, meaning that those players in isolated communities that perhaps didn't have a local game store could still use their collections to play online. There seem to be some positives to this way of melding in real life play with digital play, and it makes me wonder why it wasn't successful or why it hasn't been successful since. The app itself is still free to download via the App Store, so there's a link for that in the description if you want to give this game a go. Thanks for joining us for this instalment of the Dead CCG Club. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please like and subscribe. We've got lots of other TCG related content on the channel, and there's more Dead CCG Club episodes on the way. We'll see you then.